Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, coming again today, you're very, very welcome. As we start to sneak into 2026 just that little bit more, I trust the year's going all right for you. Well, last time we looked at the band, The Last Good Night, and we looked at their song, their massive hit, Pictures of You. So I trust you found that one encouraging. Well, we're going from there to 1980 in London. Sarah Darling, Siobhan Fahey, and Karen Woodward. Sarah and Siobhan in particular we already knew each other, and they did enjoy punk rock and post-punk, and they were backing such artists as Iggy Pop and the Jams, so they're already starting to get a little bit of a reputation of being able to sing backups really, really well. But 1981, they thought, well, what about us? And recorded the demo, Aima Moana. This is a cover of an earlier song, and Diamond Records thought, yeah, you know what, we think we might give these guys a bit of a go. This was an underground hit that got to number 92. But Decca Records also saw Bananarama, who we're talking about today, and said, hey, you know, we're going to sign you guys up. Around that time, Terry Hall, who had the band Fun Boy 3, also had heard of Bananarama, and thought, hey, why don't you collaborate with my band Fun Boy 3? It ain't what you do, but how you do it. This was got a studio version of this one below. This was an early hit for Bananarama. But in 1983, they would actually release their debut album, Deep Sea Shiving, and off that and 4 singles were actually released off this particular album, and it became really, really apparent from this early on, with 4 singles being released, that we have some really, really good songwriting happening behind the scenes here. Some pretty amazing production as well. In fact, it wouldn't be long before Stockman, Aikman, Waterman would get involved with these 3 girls. Shy Boy was a massive hit off that particular album. We've got the official clip of that one below. Very much girls showing a guy that actually he is actually worth something and valuable and actually desirable. That song got to number 4. In 1984, they would actually release the song Cruel Summer. This got to number 8. This is the single, number 8 in the UK and number 9 in the US. So these guys are starting to get a fan base across both sides of the Atlantic. What actually helped this particular song was it was included in the 1984 hit movie The Karate Kid. Got a live version of that one below. It was around this time that Bananarama were given the mantle as number 44 of the 100 greatest songs of all time in the 80s, and number 13 Billboard 100 greatest girls groups. So already these girls were being acknowledged as the talents that they were. They would release Bananarama in that year, and this got to number 16 in the UK and number 30 in the US. And they would also contribute to Do They Know It's Christmas around that same year. That was Bob Geldof's legacy to the world. So they did contribute to that song. In 1986, the album True Confessions got released. The album got to number 46 in the UK and number 15 in the US. And probably their signature tune, I'm Your Venus, Your One Desire. This song went to number 1 in the Billboard Top 100. And Stockman, Aikman, Waterman are well and truly behind this song. I remember this song coming out. It was absolutely huge. It was a massive dance track, this one. It was a cover of a song from the 60s, but, you know, Bananarama absolutely made it their own. Now, when you think of Venus, certainly when a guy thinks of Venus, he thinks about the girl beyond his wildest dreams, doesn't he? You know, certainly in the area of passion and desire and looks and all the rest of it. And that's certainly what a guy thinks when he hears the song of Venus. And likewise, a girl with a guy too, not so much Venus, but very much the guy beyond her wildest dreams. Absolutely. And we get into desire and the fun you have at night. But there's so much more to us than as human beings than just that. I tell you what, there's nothing better than being in the arms of the girl that you love and who loves you. Venus doesn't even come close in these particular situations. Your mind goes blank. You feel absolutely peaceful and calm, and just the world is just an absolutely beautiful place. And certainly there are elements within this of that Venus, that the fun that we have together, the intimacy that we have together, absolutely that's in there. But it is even better because there is love there first, and everything just seems to be just so much deeper and so much nicer when love is part of the world. I don't know, but think about what an understands. Not that I've ever really had one, but you might have actually met a Venus in the bar, and they get you take them home, and they're absolutely gorgeously, stunningly pretty. They look amazing. You had a wonderful night with them, but then you wake up in the morning, and it's over. So much promise for so little satisfaction. The satisfaction just not long last, and you probably even feel emptier knowing that you did have a Venus, well, the Venus is no longer there. But you might keep doing it. You think, well, actually, hopefully next time I'll have some fun next time, and it should be good, and I'll have some fun the night after, and that will be pretty good as well. But you find yourself just getting emptier and emptier and emptier. Is 2026 the year of a relationship not based on passion, even though passion is well and truly part of a relationship, but based on love, getting to know the person, speaking with them, not to them, but with them, asking them questions, becoming friends, having date nights, all the stuff that relationships actually need to keep them fresh. And so when you are in each other's arms and you wake up in the morning and you're back in each other's arms again, perhaps you're just holding each other for the day and you're just feeling really content with the world, it's so much better. It really is to know that love surrounds you, cushions you. And you will find within this element of Venus, just taking Venus to the next level. Imagine a Venus that is in love with you and you love. Just imagine that. Imagine her or him being there in the morning. The person who sends you the texts and the good morning texts and the text during the day and the phone calls at night. Imagine what that would be like. Well, it's amazing. And she is my Venus, absolutely. And it's so good to know that love is so encompassing, so complete, and just cushions the both of you together. So if you are involved in the fun, let's call it that, one night after the other, it's a different person each night. How's that working out for you? Are you really, are you having to live in the dream? Is it wonderful? Are you enjoying it? Or is it just that emptiness starting to creep in there? Maybe 2026 year may be the year where that changes a little bit for you and you start to look, hey, perhaps I am looking for love after all. It's just the best thing. But within that, love comes first. Within that, there is all the passion and desire you could honestly hope for. So Venus was such an awesome song when it came out. It really took the world by storm. And Bananarama, if you had not heard of them before now, you well and truly had heard of them by this point. So we've got an official and live version of this one below. 1987, the album Wow got released. Number 26 in the UK, number 44 on the US Billboard 200, number 1 in Australia. I heard a rumour. We got official and studio version of this one below. I heard a rumour that this is what you like, but is that what you like really? Because I'm really interested in you, and I'm hoping that perhaps it's just hearsay and talk. It's nothing more than that. Or I did hear a rumour that you like me. Can we look at that a bit more? So I've got official and studio version of that one below. Now, Siobhan Fahey would leave in 1987 because she would marry Eurythmics frontman Dave Stewart, and Jackie O'Sullivan would join in that same year, and they would re-record I Want You Back. We've got an official clip of that one below. In 1989, they would be involved in a bit of a comic relief with their iconic French and Saunders covering the song Help by the Beatles. We got a visual clip of that one below. Really, really good fun, that one indeed. So be asked by those two to actually be involved in a comic relief benefit. It's a pretty high honour indeed, because we know how iconic Dawn French and Saunders actually are. 1991, the album Pot Life got released, and Only Your Love got to number 27 in the charts. I've got a clip of that one below. This will be the last release with Jackie O'Sullivan. She would leave the band, and the remaining two, Shobin, Sarah Darlin and Karen Woodward, would continue on as a duo at that point. And they have been pretty much up to that point up until now, with the reunion of Faye coming back for 2017 for one. So it was anniversary tour because it was a significant year for those girls. So there's a once-off reunion as well. But in 1993, they had the album Please Yourself and the song Moving On. Very much, again, Stockman, Aitman, Waterman production here. And it really, really just suits these girls so well. So I've got a visual clip of that one below. Between 1983 and 2022, there's been 12 studio albums, 2 EPs, 3 live albums, 16 compilation albums, 51 singles, and 32 of them have got into the top 50 in the UK. And that's kind of a Guinness World Record for a girl group. So these girls have been very, very, very successful indeed. They've been estimated to have sold around 30 million albums. So that's well and truly contributed to this collaborative legacy of this thing called music. So it's good to look at these girls today, absolutely, and thank you for your contribution to music over such a long time indeed. So the links to those 10 clips are in the description below, and I've also included my last video on the band The Last Goodnight, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, yes, I know I had started out, but I'm just starting to think of some others that I hadn't done, so we're going to get back and do those. Next time, we're going to get on to the guy from Hawaii, Israel Kamakwioli. Now, he had that song, What a Beautiful World, so we're going to have a look at him next time. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.